1 week closer to football means another attempt to accurately predict how the 2024 NFL season will go. In this video, I will be covering the NFC conference, in which I will be 100% accurate. Or at least, that's the goal. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Williams had a block and Brown had a block. The two tackles go and deep. He's got him. Chase at the 20. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown Cincinnati. 64 yards.
We start in the NFC West, where much like the AFC North, I think nearly any team can win this division, except for the Arizona Cardinals, who I have in last with a 4-13 record. Marvin Harrison can only do so much. And I know that we've seen Kyler Murray be great before, but that feels like a lifetime ago. And I just don't know how good the Arizona Cardinals really can be with Murray at quarterback. In third, I have the LA Rams. This team shocked the NFL world in how quickly they rebounded after having an awful Super Bowl hangover. And I think they keep the momentum up and make the playoffs. Yeah, they lost Aaron Darnold, but I don't think the team solely lives or dies based on him. I think they have enough pieces to contend in the division and make noise come playoff time. Second in the division, I have the Seattle Seahawks. I know this may be a hot take, but the Seahawks are a team that on paper can easily go toe-to-toe with the top contenders. And now they have a new coach that I think will help reshape the way many look at the Seahawks going forward. Winning the NFC West though, I still have the San Francisco 49ers. This team, even if they trade Brandon Ayuk, is still the class of the field and is probably many people's pick to win the Super Bowl, and they have every right to. But with the teams they're going up against in the regular season, I think the record may not be the best in the NFC at 13-4. Moving on over to the NFC East, I have this division looking really rough for many of the teams, especially the New York Giants. The Giants are clearly trying to build a team to go around any other quarterback not named Daniel Jones. From the clips I've seen on Hard Knocks, the Giants seem to just be waiting out Jones' contract and when they can get a new QB to go with guys like Malik Nabers. The loss of Saquon Barkley will also have a huge impact on how many wins this team can get this year. In third is the Commanders. The Commanders are similar to the Colts, in which they are trying to improve, but when you play the Eagles and the Cowboys twice, it makes it really hard to get wins and make the postseason. I have the Commanders at 5-12. In second, I have the Philadelphia Eagles at 10-7. This team is currently trying to figure things out after an early exit in the playoffs last season, but this year I think they take a step back. Yes, they added Saquon Barkley, and that could help lighten the load for Jalen Hurts, but they had a great run game last year and it didn't help them. Plus they lost Jason Kelce, so this team is going to need to figure things out quickly if they want to contend again. The Dallas Cowboys are who I have winning the NFC East, as they seem to have the most well-rounded team in the division, with Dak and CD on offense and Mike on defense, along with a few others. The main problem will be silencing the doubters come playoff time. For the last few years, many have seen the NFC South as the worst division in the league, and sadly, I don't think that changes, as I have the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints tying for last at 4-13 each. The Saints are pushing off rebuilding, and the Panthers gave up way too much for Bryce Young, as they couldn't get anyone really impactful to go alongside the young QB. Both teams, in my opinion, are in a race for who may be picking first in the NFL draft in the NFC. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were able to hold on to the division for an additional year after Tom Brady left and Baker Mayfield came in. This team still has the potential to win the division, but when I see the other teams making big moves to improve, I had to put them second, going 9-8. The Atlanta Falcons have been doing their best to be the Houston Texans of the NFC. They have been bringing on talented players and brought in a new coach that will hopefully use those players properly, as well as trading for some impact players to fill holes in the team, mainly defensively. I don't think the Falcons are as good as the Texans, but I do think they will get the job done and win the division with a 10-7 record. The NFC North has a lot of storylines going into the year, and sadly, we won't get to see one of those play out for the Minnesota Vikings after their rookie quarterback was ruled out for the season due to an injury. Sadly, I have the Vikings last in the division, and I don't think it's completely hopeless, as I think they can salvage a 7-10 record. We saw this team get wins after Kirk Cousins went down, and I think they can do the same with Sam Darnold throwing the ball. Many are really high on the Chicago Bears this season after they drafted Caleb Williams with the first pick in the draft, But I don't think this year will be the year many think it will be, as I see the young quarterback taking some time to get used to the NFL, and so I have the Bears finishing third with an 8-9 record. But I don't think that this will be the norm for long, and the Bears have a bright future ahead. The Green Bay Packers may have made the worst decision of the entire offseason, and I'm including the Michael Penix pick in that as well, after signing Jordan Love to a record-breaking contract. I don't hate Jordan Love, but I do think that it was premature to sign him to such a huge deal. If Jordan Love can be the player he was in the second half of last season, I have the Packers going 12-5 and finishing second. If Love can't keep that up, I fear this may doom the Packers season. Winning the division and having the best record in the NFC, I have the Detroit Lions finishing with a 15-2 record. The past few seasons have been steady progress for the Lions, and I think that this year they are poised to take the number 1 seed and cement themselves as the best team in the league. So looking back at all the records, the teams making the postseason in the NFC are the Detroit Lions, the San Francisco 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys, the Atlanta Falcons, the Green Bay Packers, the Seattle Seahawks, and the LA Rams. I feel like this is the most accurate playoff teams I could come up with, but I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 teams outperform my predictions. But now, I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments section below what you think about my NFC predictions. And while you're at it, be sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss an upload. If you did miss it, be sure to check out my video where I made my AFC predictions. I'll have a link to that in the description. Next week, I'll give you my round-by-round predictions for the NFL playoffs using these teams and predict who I think will win it all in February. Until then, I'm Morgan Wiebe. Have a good day, everyone.
Williams had a block and Brown had a block. The 2 tackles go and deep. He's got him. Chase at the 20. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown Cincinnati. 64 yards.